Yo, did you catch this flashback?
Dave, where's your wedding ring?
Tough weekend.
But it's Tuesday, Dave.
Very tough weekend.
You're still dealing with weekend drama on Tuesday?
Financially tough. Overspending.
She's overspending.
Excessively. She's just buying right now. Strictly went against the non-Jewish ritual thing.
She's just buying.
Yeah. Kind of tough to spend $3,500 in a month.
Wow.
You know, the store's upstate. I mean, and there's nowhere to go. What do you do?
Yeah, you spend $3,500 a month on jump-offs.
This it right here. Miss a day, miss a whole lot. Coming to your speakers, boy.
It's Wendy, man. Love that. That's Spice Radio. He's located in Boston. He does, a lot of the voicing for our show. It's Wendy, man. What happened in the Soul Train Awards last night? You know I wasn't watching. But I was just reminded, I got a smattering of faxes and also people walking around the offices saying, Wendy, what happened in the Soul Train Awards last night? I don't know. Karma's ain't it? I don't know. I wasn't working the red carpet. That's what happened. Ooh. I wasn't invited because Don Cornelius said he didn't want no trouble. So he can put that where?
Put that where? Back there.
You guys, I don't know what happened to the Soul Train Awards last night. And here's another quick question before we get into advice. This person, you didn't sign your name. Oh, Luzzy, I don't know what happened with Mario Vasquez on American Idol. Now, I had a theory on that, though. The first theory is that maybe there's something wrong with his mom or dad. Like somebody has a matter of moments left to breathe on this earth. And so therefore, or his business fell out of the closet. Now, I don't even know who Mario Vasquez is, but I'm thinking if you're in the 12 finalists on American Idol, geez, you actually are a contender. You actually have a chance. You know what I mean? This is the biggest. I might not watch the show, but I know the power of being in the 12. We can examine it closer. It's all going to come out in the next 24 hours, I'm sure, whatever it is, because everybody has the same question. Maybe he's got some girl pregnant, but that would drive you to stay on American Idol. To possibly get that platinum money, start living like Fantasia is starting to experience, or like Clay is starting to experience. I would say Ruben, but I don't know. Anyway, it's advice hour, so let's get into it. Dear Wendy, I need some advice from you. I have a good male friend, and we've been good friends for over 9 years. I'm a female. And basically, I just want your opinion on this. We've been going out and chilling together at each other's apartments, and he spends money on me, too. Do you find it odd that he has never tried anything with me? He says he isn't gay, and he does not have a girlfriend. What do you think, Wendy? I need a little advice. I don't know. Because, the idea of him just not being that into you, well, then he wouldn't be, it's the extra money, spending a lot of money on you. I mean, going out and chilling is one thing, but you all aren't even sex buddies or anything like that? I don't know. Maybe, and this is a long shot here, maybe he's priming the pump. Being real nice to you and everything like that because he really likes you as a person. And when he does have sex with you, he wants it to be special. Listen, we might think that romance is dead, with men and women. We all just want to, we see something we like, we just want to jump in bed with it, forget the romance side. And I know it's really, really weird to find it from a man. We always ask, what the hell is wrong? But just maybe he likes you like that. And he's testing you. You guys are he's getting to know you as a person. Maybe he has herpes and he's got to figure out a way to explain that to you. And, and by spending human time with you, you'll better understand and be willing to go along with the sex anyway. I mean, I know people who have herpes, and I know that this is their MO. They spend a lot of time with someone and so on and so forth, and you just think it's, a genuinely, a nice woman or a nice man, but really they're trying to figure out how. You don't know how many phone calls I've gotten like that, All right, we've been dating now for 3 months, Wendy, in my personal life. Now what? how do I say it? I'm like, I don't know. I'm not on the radio now. I'm driving my car. I got to go. Bye. They're the cops. Bye. I love to use that as an excuse to get off the phone. Dear Wendy, I'm a 26-year-old professional, and I've been involved with a married man. He's separated, but he's still married, and he's 29, and we've been dealing with each other for the past 2 months. He and his wife have been living apart for almost a year. Ours has been a whirlwind affair, developing quickly. He's recently practically moved in with me, contributing to my lifestyle. He's introduced me to his friends who regularly get together, and we host dinner parties for them, and we have attended family weddings across the country together. Whereas I'll meet his mother. Oh, and this summer we're going to a wedding, and I'll meet his mother and the rest of his family. He's also inviting me to his family reunion this summer. In short, Wendy, this is a real relationship. Here's the thing. We act like regular people in love, live as if we're working towards something greater. His relationship with his wife remains unresolved. He is still married. He says he wants a divorce. I know the two have discussed it. She doesn't want it. And he is being, she uses the P word for a woman's private area. He's being a P word in dealing with this divorce. He's not a confrontational type of guy. He's not even assertive. He's not pushing the issue with her, and playing devil's advocate. Why the hell should he? He's comforted knowing that he has a woman he's been with for 12 years and still legally is married to, called his wife. But at the same time, he enjoys a wonderful new loving life with me. So last night was the last straw. He's painfully honest about everything with me, Wendy. And I know he loves his wife and he wants to continue to do for her financially even after they're split. But last night after we spent the weekend out of town together, had a great time, got home late, chiefed up a bit before we went to bed, had a great time. Well, he woke me up at 3 a.m. to tell me that he just called his wife. And he says, I missed her. She usually calls him every day, and she hadn't in a few days. He was concerned and missed her. I understand he's torn up. I understand it's hard to leave his entire life, everything you've always known behind, in hopes of something better, but still uncertain. That's his future with me. I know I represent everything that he wants, Wendy, and that he's not happy with her, yet he's content with her because he's safe with her. That's very good psychological analysis, by the way, on your part, because I'm judging him on not being an assertive kind of guy, kind of just taking what life has to give him. This type of person generally would rather stay with something safe than throw caution to the wind and start all over again. Very good for you. Very good. And she goes on to say, I know he's in love with me, Wendy, and he's not sleeping with his wife or even seeing her. Well, you don't know that. But he makes no qualms about his love for her, and he doesn't know about me. How am I supposed to deal with that? I need to have him make a decision and execute it, plain and simple. So last night I asked him to leave for a while so he can clear his head. I proposed a 2-week separation so he can think about what he really wants and what he's prepared to do. Now I'm feeling weak. Wendy, I love this man, so on and so forth. They don't have kids and they don't own a home together, FYI. All right, so that should make the divorce real easy. The problem here is and you've said it, He's comfortable with his old situation. He's known her for 12 years, and even though they don't have kids, and he's 29 years old, by the way, and this woman faxing me is 26. So he's known her all of his adult life. She represents a certain amount of comfort that you can never give to him in present life. And you know what? Heavier than a sexual relationship is a mental one. He's got a stronger relationship with her. They don't have to have sex. And by the way, you don't know that they're not having sex. But even if they weren't, you have to understand that sex that you all are having, it means virtually nothing compared to the time that they've been spending. And I'm saying he can be blowing your back out and vice versa. That means absolutely nothing in terms of their mental connection. And I'm glad that you had him go on about his business. And don't get weak on this 2-week separation. You are on the right course. You know, in 2 weeks. And guess what? How about this? How about you don't take him back until he can show you that he's filed divorce? You don't want to see all the legal wranglings of what he's going to give her and stuff. That's not important. What you need to see is there's a petition for divorce and that it's actually being filed. And you want to know what? I wouldn't take him back until it's filed. I don't even want to see intent. I wouldn't take it back until it's filed. You said you've only been seeing him for 2 months. In 2 months, everything is just blown up with you guys, huh? Well, you don't know him. I mean, you're throwing all your eggs in his basket, and he's still dealing with what's safe, and you're the one who's going to suffer because of it. I wouldn't deal with him until he filed for divorce, and you actually had proof, and not his words. And that means don't have sex with him. Don't go out for dinner with him. Don't entertain his phone calls for more than 15 seconds, because the first 15 seconds past the hello and how you doing. So have you filed? And he said, no. Okay, well then I have nothing to say. Click. Okay. I wish you well. Remember, it's only been 2 months. You're all caught up, and you should have known to hold your heart in your hand. He's still married. Even though he's separated, he's still married. So I'm glad you pulled back, but you need to pull back even further. Let's do another one. Dear Wendy, my name is blah, blah. And if you'd be so kind as to give me your advice, I would greatly appreciate it. I'm a 35-year-old man, and I've been married for a little over 9 years. My wife and I have 4 children, and I love my kids to death. And they are the loves of my lives. But, Wendy, I don't want any more children. My wife does. We have 10-year-old twins, a 4-year-old and a 2-year-old, and I think that's enough. But my wife wants more children badly. Wendy, I've told her a billion times but she won't let up. We are doing fine financially, but I just don't want another baby to have to hear crying half the night, to be changing more diapers. The 2-year-old is already potty trained, Wendy, and I don't want to do this again. We've done it 4 times. Wendy, am I being selfish or am I just being logical and realistic? Oh, and if you're wondering how old my wife is, she's 31 and she's a stay-at-home mom and she takes care of everything as far as the household. Before we had kids, she was in school and she worked as a waitress. But after we had our twins, she just wanted to be a housewife because I make very good money and she didn't need to work. Are you being selfish? No. Are you being realistic? Yes. You'll have to pardon me because I think everybody should have the memo saying no more than 3 kids per household. Unless it's a blended family, where the children are coming from previous relationships and stuff. But no more 3, only because this is just me looking at how expensive everything is. How do people manage unless you're Bruce and Demi and them? I mean, unless you're really wealthy like that. Do you know what I mean? I mean, a woman realistically should be able to have as many children as she wants. But I understand what you're saying, brother. You are singing to the choir. You are. I think your wife is scared of the real world. Your wife is scared that you're going to have her go back out there on the track and work a job. She has never been anything more than a student and a waitress, as you've stated. So what was she studying to do? And is she so scared of the world that she's scared to get out there and see what it's all about? And by the way, there's nothing wrong with her staying home all the way until they all go away to college. And even beyond that, if you're making enough money, she wants to feel useful, and she's scared of the world. That's what I'm pegging. Now, the 2-year-old, she's seeing how fast the 10-year-old twins grew. And, boy, the kids grow like weeds. And she's 31, and she's already done the calculations. Damn, 41 isn't that old. By the time I'm 41, the 2-year-old's going to be, 12. And clearly I'm looking at the 10-year-olds and seeing that, they could, oh, boy. You see what I'm saying? No, I don't think you're being selfish. I think what you need to do is delve more into the mind of your wife and what's scaring her and support her in being a stay-at-home wife or working, whatever she wants to do.
It's Wendy, man.
I got slayed so well. Made me do things I don't even do to my husband.
Oh, my God! The Wendy Williams Experience.
Hey, everybody, a word about Verizon Wireless. Well, Verizon Wireless is America's most reliable wireless network, which means the most reliable minutes. Stop by Verizon Wireless today or call 1-800-2-JOIN-IN, or you can visit their website at verizonwireless.com for network claim support.
Hello. I'll keep it there. How did Woody get in the studio? Bring me back.
What was that? Somebody kicked Woody's button down there on the ground?
Yeah,
What? Wow. What a klutz. Woody's button is down near the ground. You can kick it with your toe if you're not watching. Anyway, everybody, it's the Wendy Williams Experience. Ugh, so much going on. I didn't want to tell you that Mariah was coming in for the Hour of Truth simply because she was supposed to come in last week and she canceled at the last minute. And, you know, I guess her voice is fine for today. She was actually rescheduled from last week to come in today. So hopefully she'll be my special guest. The only reason why I'm telling you right now, even though we're moments away from the Hour of Truth, because she's not here in the building yet, but her drinks arrived before she did. So the interns just came from downstairs getting her drinks. No, nothing fancy like fine French champagne. Which, by the way, she brought the last time she was here. We didn't even drink out of paper cups. She stopped at Tiffany's and purchased flutes with Swarovski crystals in the flutes. And we toasted and drank Cristal. This time around, we will be drinking Diet Coke and Sprite and water out of the containers. Look, if it's free, it's for me.
Mr. Chow's, too, before.
Yeah, she bought Mr. Chow's before also. But it's okay. Yeah. Because I see that she sent enough beverages where even after we all drink something, I can bring the rest home and put them in my kitchen cupboard so that we can enjoy the freebies at the Hunter household. In the meantime, so Mariah in a few moments, allegedly. Okay. If not, don't worry. We still have got a lot of stuff to talk about. I got more information on Mario Vasquez, just that quick, from American Idol. He's the one who just quit. Plus, Andre Rison. I don't think you knew what I'm about to share with you, or maybe you did. I'm not sure. We'll talk more about Little Kim and all the money she owes to the government. Star Jones getting people fired. Hallie and Michael, they're saying that they're over already. Queen Latifah, we'll talk about Superhead. I got stuff on Mr. Cheeks and C Murder too, so make sure you keep it here because Mariah Carey allegedly is coming. Hey Mariah, can't wait till you get here, but if by chance, then we've got stuff to fill in the blanks, as you can see. All right. It's still advice hour, though, now. Dear Wendy, I need your advice. I'm a 26-year-old woman, and I'm a real estate broker, and I make very good money, and I live a fine life, except for one thing. 6 months ago, my 22-year-old sister moved in with me, and I know it doesn't sound bad, but she moved in with me along with her 3 kids. Yeah, it does sound bad. She had the first one when she was 17, the second one when she was 20, and the third one when she was 21. So now she's 22, and the youngest is only 9 months. And Wendy, guess what she told me? That she's 2 months pregnant again. So now that she's 22, about to have her 4th child. Wendy, my sister's kids are driving me nuts. I mean, I love them to death. I take care of them as if they were my own, but they mess up everything. On Friday, I had this guy I really liked come over for dinner because my sister said the kids were going to be at my mother's house and everything was going great until about an hour into our dinner date. As soon as we were about to eat, my sister and her badass kids come barging in through the door and messed up everything as usual. I excused myself and asked my sister why were they there, and she said because my mother wasn't home, and I told her I'd give her money to take the kids to the movies or something, but she said that they were too tired from carrying the baby Wendy and walking from the bus stop 5 blocks away. I was so mad. I told my sister to keep the kids upstairs so I could continue my dinner date. She was doing a good job until we started watching a movie and my niece and nephew came running through the living room yelling. I told them to go back upstairs, but they wouldn't listen to me. I guess it was getting too hectic because my date said that we could